right along. Next comedian comes to the stage, one of my favorites, very funny, flaming-haired individual. Give it up for Justin Angermeyer, everybody.
Thanks, guys. I don't think my hair is cool enough to get the flaming-haired individual. This place is very cool, and everyone who was standing out there, they like loud music and they have a haircut. And my hair, I just look like, it's like PlayStation 2 graphics, I feel like. It's just like a creative guy on PlayStation 2, and I showed up, I have diarrhea and a wrestling shirt on. I'm gonna get eaten alive. But I'm not though, because Dale over here showed up with the King of Dong style shirt, and I'm home. It's okay. I'm in a safe space. That's wrestler Joey Ryan coming to Lucha Underground Season 2. Who's excited for Lucha Underground Season 2? Me and Dale. This is just for me and Dale. There's this guy who does commentary. If you don't know, in wrestling, they have a commentary team that obviously commentates the action. There's this guy Vampiro, who he was a wrestling vampire in the 90s, but he talks like he was in Cypress Hill. He'll just be like, "Oh, yo, I can't take that, Holmes." It's you're a 45-year-old Canadian. It was take it down. For me and Dale, that's my buddy. Me and Dale. My stomach's a little set, but I'm all right now. I lost a ton of confidence recently. I was in a Wendy's. I don't know if you guys know this. At the beginning of the year, you could probably do it now. You can go in and they run a promotion where you give $1 to charity, and you get this little clip for your keychain to get you a free Junior Frosty with every purchase for the entire year. Pays itself about 25 times over. Great deal, and you're given to charity. The only thing is, it comes in a tiny cup, but that also not a big deal. So I got fries and a Frosty, and I sat down, and to my right was 12 or 13 ninth graders, and the second I sit down, they're making fun of me and how small my cup is, but it's as if I'm on a glass. The one dude's mimicking me blowing the cup, and I'm yeah. And I haven't been made fun of by high schoolers in a decade, but it hurts so bad. I didn't know, I turned red, and then I ate my fries really fast. I got up to leave, and I'm walking out, and the one kid was just "Oh shit, he's taking it to go! How much is even in that?" And I tried to be in on it, I turned and I was just Phew. And they were done, but no reaction. They were just done with me. I just immediately reverted to back in ninth grade when Tim Johnson walked up to me in the locker room and was "Hey, do you have red pubes?" And I was "Yeah." It's awesome. Big ol' red bush on this guy. See, everyone's got a haircut. It's great. I don't. Let's see. I'll do a character for you. Okay, I'm gonna do the character first, and then I'll tell you what it is afterwards. Okay, this is me and you. We're in on this one. I know who did it, and don't worry, because I'll get you. That's a 7th grade science teacher named Mr. Arlequin talking to a room full of 12-year-olds the day after his hubcaps were stolen. He let us have it that day. It was Danny Diaz. Danny Diaz stole and good riddance, because he took my friend's Halloween candy the year before. So what comes around goes around, Danny Diaz. I'm having a good time. My dad has epilepsy, so if he forgets to take his medication, he'll have seizures and stuff. And one of my earliest memories, I was 3 years old, and we were in the McDonald's play place. He had a seizure. He forgot to take his medicine that day, so he starts having a seizure in the McDonald's play place, which really sours it for you. It kind of ends the McDonald's play place. It's not fun when your dad's just thrashing around with his tongue out, and some guy's just get him on his side, he's trying to swallow his tongue! And you're just in the ball pit. Ugh. I think that's Dad. And this woman comes in who I presume worked in the McDonald's. She comes in, she's "Whose dad was this?" I raise my hand. She takes me out of the McDonald's, gives me a tour of it, and gives me every Happy Meal tour for that week. And I was "Hey Dad, when's your next seizure?" Let's pencil it in for next Wednesday, because it's Spider-Man week. And I've only gotten Carnage. That's good. I have a dumb sense of humor, pretty dumb. I heard a joke the other day, and the joke was a pun, and the pun said, What does the dad bison say to his kid when he drops him off at school? Bye, son. Yeah, I went bananas. Lost my mind. But like before I realized it was a pun. Like when I just thought the joke was, what's the animal say to his kid? Bye, son. Because what's funnier than an animal doing a person thing? Nothing. You know, like when you'll be on Instagram and you see a picture of like a dog wearing a hat. You're like, this dog's wearing a hat. Who put this dog in front of a typewriter? Or you do a joke where it's just like, what's a teenage goat's favorite nighttime activity? Half-price appetizers. He can't get enough of the popcorn, shrimp, and the tablecloth. He's a goat. Enjoys a human dining experience. The only time it's not funny when an animal does a person thing is when a deer screams in agony. I saw a video of a deer getting attacked by a bear, and the bear's biting its neck, and the deer's just going, "Ah! Ah!" And he's got 200 pounds of jaws on his neck, and that's just, "Ah! Yeah!" You're like, whoa! Let's get back to the rollerblading bulldog. That was a lot more fun than the deer that sounds like Uncle Jeff being slaughtered. I'm a doorman. That's my day job. And I do a lot of small talk. What's the general opinion of small talk? No opinion. Okay. I think it gets a bad rep, is where I'm coming from. Because I think sometimes small talk is necessary. There's a woman, Annette, who lives in the building. She's like a 50-something-year-old Spanish woman, does Percocet 24/7, never leaves her bed. And I had to go up to fix her windows one day. The second I got up there, she was just like, "Oh, Justin, you might be too young for this, but do you remember the Kennedys? Well, John Kennedy, he had 2 cousins, and they were on a beach with a woman at 4 a.m, and they raped her. And my mom said, well, she shouldn't have been on the beach at 4 a.m. with 2 men. And I said, Mom, how could you say that? I'm your daughter. It could have been me." And I was like, it is humid out. It's very humid out. Let's get back to that. I don't need to hear about your mom issues and Kennedy rape. Sometimes, like, I work on the Upper East Side, so, like, basically just, like, once a month, a woman comes down and makes me, like, zip up her blouse in a really inappropriate way. While, like, the UPS guy stands there just going, "I think she needs a man's touch. That woman needs a man's touch." I'm like, yep, there's Manny with the probably progressive views on LGBT issues, right? All right, this was fun. Thanks for coming out. Thank you.